Nashville, Tennessee, today, Nissan Stadium, as these two teams square off for a chance to be the champion of the Music City Bowl. While this game caps off the regular season, how that season is remembered will be impacted greatly by what happens in this game. As we'll see, the UCLA Bruins taking on a team from the Big Ten, the Florida State Seminoles. 3A Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Kickoff team out there ready to tee it up in this bowl game. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Bruins offense will be first on the attack. And this is a matchup that we've been talking about coming into this. High-powered offense squaring off against a defense that is more than capable of shutting them down. This one's going to be fun, David.
Yeah, and this defense has been able to do that. Like every offense they face, they play great. They take away what you do best. Obviously, Palmer, on that other side, this is a high-powered offense. They're really, really good. How does this matchup unfold?
You're right, David. I think as the season's gone on, this is a matchup that we've circled on our calendar, knowing that these two teams were going to square off and face each other. So many guys on the field today are going to play in the National Football League. There's a lot of experience on both sides of the ball. This one's going to be fun to watch.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Back to pass. Finds his big tight end. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking.
Man, you got to love the versatility of the big fella. You can put him in the box and let him block big defensive linemen, or you put him in the slot and you throw him the football and have success.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Oh, it's reversed. What a tackle in the backfield. He'll lose 6 on the play. The Bruins trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Going to swing it on 2nd down. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23.
You know, it's going to be so important for this offense to get better up front protecting and try to give this quarterback a pocket to throw from, because David, right now in that last play, he had no chance.
Yeah, and step one in stopping a good passing attack is always being able to affect the quarterback. And it's not always with sacks, and sometimes it's with pressures, but when you get the sacks and now you get them behind the sticks.
He lost one down the sideline. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And you saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
Football with the run. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
And there was nowhere to go. Just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Complete out of the backfield, looking for the sticks. The Seminoles will call on their punt team.
Listen, I know this running back is shifty. I know he's really good in the open field, but that's just asking too much of him at this point. 3rd and long situation. He wasn't going to be able to make that extra guy miss, trying to get that first down.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. He threw a pick on the initial drive, but they have it back, and we're still looking for our first points of the game. Using the back as a receiver on the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. And the Bruins with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. That defensive end came off the ball with 1 goal in mind, and he was headed for the quarterback.
When you get off that fast and you're already on an edge as a 4-3 defensive end, a lot of times all you got to do is win with your hands and you can get to the quarterback. Nice job rushing the passer. Nice technique. Nice job working around the corner. And nice job getting that quarterback and getting the sack.
The Bruins decide to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Seminoles with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Handoff to the single back. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Off the RPO, fire right, trying to convert. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels. And the Seminoles will line it up on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Sperry. Here's a heat. The throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Well, that's just a great play by the defender and great timing. It was the hit that forced that incompletion.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. Wants to go up top. Finds the tight end.
Well, you hear all the time that the tight end's the QB's best friend. You saw a perfect example of it on that last play, right? 2nd down, you need to pick up some positive yards to keep this 3rd down manageable. Really nice job of executing that.
They'll go to the air on 3rd and short. Fires downfield. He's going for the goal line.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
To the air on 2nd down. Floating away. Touchdown, Florida State. Quick strike through the air for the score. Getting set for the extra point after putting the scoreboard to work for the first time. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
I love the quick decision the QB made there on that RPO, knowing he wanted to get it out of his hands fast. He just needs to make a more accurate throw moving forward.
Give to the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And that one's incomplete. They weren't just trying to move the chains. They were trying to move the scoreboard. Instead, it's 4th down. And the Bruins will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Going to the running game. And he slips the first defender and picks up a handful of yards.
We love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Seminoles in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Might be changing the route. To the air, it's Berry. Zings it complete to the right. Good job running that route to get past the sticks because he got nothing after the catch. They'll snap it from the 39, 1st and 10. Here comes the option. The pitch. There he goes. And a big play there on the option. The pitch was executed perfectly. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on 1st down. Lets it fly deep downfield. And the incomplete pass will wrap up the 1st quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. So 2nd down here as we're back at it after the break. Looking to fire. Safe completion on the screen. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Seminoles have it with a 1st and 10. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Wants to throw again. Fires into the end zone. Oh, it's picked off. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Well, we know these are slick conditions today in this game. Wide receiver just didn't seem to really get a good grasp on the ball when it hit his hands. Didn't stick right away. There's a bit of a bobble, and because of it, the defense able to come away with the pick.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Gives it to the back on the draw. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Bought a little time, lets it go. And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the 1st down. The Bruins send out the punt unit. From midfield, looking for room. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. That last possession, a prime example, Jesse, of how things get condensed in the red zone.
Hard to throw when the windows are smaller, and that's what happens down near the goal line, David. But for this quarterback here, just take accountability and ownership and come out here and lead your offense.
He'll take a deep shot here. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, we know this offense hasn't been able to get it going on the ground so far in this game. Now they're trying through the air, but give this defense credit. They've got a really good game plan. They've got all 11 guys on that side of the ball.
Turning it on! He's at the tip, and he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Seminoles! What an explosive eruption into the end zone by this running back.
And this back does it a lot, man. He makes big plays. When you can make big plays like this, it makes everybody's job easier. Oh, we can play action. Oh, we can throw it. But it starts with the run game, and this guy's setting everything up.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. Fielded in the end zone, it's Washington. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. UCLA will go back to work on offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 16. And the Bruins come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10. And here comes the punt team. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. They've had a really productive first half so far, and they'll try to add to it here. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Noles! Once he got a step, it was all over, right to the house. You're not going to keep the lid on this guy forever. Sooner or later, he's going to get loose.
He is. He's a bad mother. Shut your mouth. I mean, this dude can make plays. That's why you keep feeding it to him, because at some point, he's going to break it loose and make a huge play.
Coming out with it, it's Washington. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Wants to throw on 1st down off the play fake. Unloads to the wideout. Wide open downfield. And they'll spot it at the 38, and that'll be plenty for the 1st down. They had the perfect play to open the drive, and now they'll snap it again from the 38. More precision throws from this Bruin quarterback, much like a Rick Neuheisel used to play.
Just pinpoint accurate. Put the ball right where you want to.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
He'll keep it himself. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
They go with the option. Quarterback keeps it himself. And look, we've seen this guy on tape, guys, break these tackles and take it the distance. This offense should keep dialing up these option plays. Don't let that short gain by the QB prevent you from running this.
Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the 2nd quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. The give to the back. Shakes off the defender. And look, this guy has some serious moves, and he tried all of them and still didn't get loose. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Leaves it with the back. And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain.
This is a guy that gets stronger and stronger as the game goes on. After that last run, he's already now got 100 yards rushing.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. It's complete to the right. Oh, he's got some space. Third down conversion. And the Noles will snap it on 1st and 10. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. A 7-yard pickup. It'll be 2nd and 3.
This offense is just like Novocaine. Like, just give it time. It just keeps working. It's a slow death, right? Like, they continue to just chip away. Nice first down play. Nice read. Get it to the pitch man. Sets up a great second down.
Deep shot for the end zone. He caught it. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. They're working that left side. They will score! Touchdown, Florida State! A methodical drive that they finish off by tossing it to the tight end.
And the tight end, I'll tell you what, this is a position that's evolved so much, right? And you see him move all over the field. It's kind of like, where is Waldo? You got to find this big fella, especially down in the red zone area. This is the guy they're going to target and make the big play, get the touchdown.
Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wants to throw on 1st down. Here comes the heat. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9.
You can just see the excitement this defense has every play. They're almost wishing this quarterback drops back to throw because they know they're going to get home to him. That's the 6th time they've registered a sack.
And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
He'll pull it on the read. Nice move to keep running. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. The Bruins will line up to punt it away. Cradles it at the 35. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. There's enough time left in the half here, David, to make something happen.
Dang right. I want to be aggressive. I'm not backed up in my own end. I can stay aggressive here. Try to get a field goal, Palmer. Try to get in range to get some kind of points before half.
Yeah, 2 biggest things are you got to protect the quarterback, and the QB cannot throw a pick here in this situation. If you do those 2 things, you got an opportunity here to steal some points.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
Extending the play. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Nice job by the quarterback trying to buy time and scrambling to the right, but it was the hit that forced that incompletion.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Looking to throw, it's Sperry. Gets it to him on the screen. No siree, not this time. The defense was there and ready for that one. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're throwing for it on 4th down. He fires a bullet to the right. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Bruins will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. They more than got the job done in the first half. Now the job in a bowl game, don't get distracted. And there he goes. And the explosiveness, the big gainer gets it to the 49-yard line.
And obviously this offense has had their way, getting the huge lead. And now, when you know it's a running situation later in the ball games, you're still getting pounded. This defense has to step up at some point and be a lot more physical.
D coordinators down the road that have to play this offense, man, they're going to have nightmares because this unit has so much speed, so much skill. At running back, receiver, tight end, the quarterback making good decisions. It is so tough trying to stop them and prevent explosive plays.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Throws for the tight end. And he dropped it. Just didn't look the thing all the way in.
And in this weather, man, you start to see more of this. You try to throw the ball harder to penetrate it through the weather and get it to your target, but just catching a football that's a little bit slippery sometimes, you'll see some of those drops, and it's just part of the game.
Quickly out to the tight end. And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size.
Nice job decision-making by the quarterback there in the RPO, not handing it off, knowing he had to throw it, but then also understanding his open guy was going to be in the right flat.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. And he just throws it away. That is not what you're looking for on 3rd down, 4th down coming up. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Smashes it between the uprights. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the meaning.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down marker. The Bruins can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Got it set up on the outside. They get him at the 42, but he picked up 10 there.
That's a huge throw for the offense, but they're down by a ton. They're going to need a lot more of that, and it's not going to be easy considering the defense knows they're probably going to be throwing the ball every play here in the second half moving forward.
Makes the catch. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a 1st down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
So now it's 2nd and long. Wide receiver comes in motion. 2nd down, he'll throw it. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable 3rd and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
And the returner goes down. Okay, Okay, guys, the Florida State offense returns to the field. They've got the lead here. Last time they settled for a field goal, but David got to find that balance between being aggressive and careful.
And I think they'll take that. I got the lead, Palmer. I got the football. I got to take care of the football, put a nice drive together, and just get some kind of points on this drive.
No doubt. Lots to be happy about right now if you're this team. I think for this one, though, on this drive, it's about finding the one-on-one matchups that are in your favor and then exploiting them.
All down, but he has enough to move the chains.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back.
Turning it on. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. The Noles getting set on 1st and 10. On the option. He'll toss it. And a 9-yard gain on 1st down leaves him with 2nd and short.
Positive plays. That's all you're looking for here in the option game. Not everything is going to be a 70-yard touchdown run, obviously, but if you can pick up positive yardage like that, and the quarterback makes good decisions, pitching it out when no one's accounting for the pitch man, you'll take that all day long. They don't get the 1st down, but why would you stop running option after a play like that?
The Seminoles kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Dances away to buy time. It's a big stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Man, we knew coming into this game just how explosive this offense could be, and a big part of that is their ability to throw the football. They've scored a ton of points, and it's because they can generate plays like that. When this quarterback sees the one-on-one matchup he wants, he is not afraid to pull the trigger, and he hits a big throw there.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The offense changing the play. Back to throw, it's Sperry. Wide out trying to get it in. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
Nice job by the defense forcing the 3rd and goal. You can't allow any run after catch in these situations. Play aggressive, play tight, and play physical.
They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Escapes trouble. And a sack all the way back at the 5. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. Already 1 for 1 on field goals today. He'll try to make it 2 for 2 from 22. Absolutely center cut. And that'll add 3 more to a lead that is already way out of hand. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They've punted the last 3 times they've had it, and now really needing to put a score on the board on this possession. He'll start this drive firing. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks. That's just ridiculous.
And this offensive line's got to do a better job. Man, you got to protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They got to somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the 2nd half.
Handoff from the gun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a 3rd down stop.
I just think such a big part of this offense is being physical and establishing the run game. They haven't had a lot of success offensively early in this one, and that's why right there, they're not able to get this guy going yet. That's got to change as this game goes on.
They make the stop, but there is a penalty marker down. Let's see what the call is.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So the offense keeps this drive alive thanks to the roughing the punter penalty. Tight end now in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. He's going to take off. And he gets it just beyond the line of scrimmage before he gets down.
Well, this defense is not going to be patient with this quarterback. They know that they have to affect him, and they have to dictate to him. So that time, they send the blitz. They're not even giving him an opportunity to sit back there and peruse the field. They flush him out. They're able to rally to him.
Pucks it out of the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. He'll do it himself. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. It'll be second down as we open the final stanza. Rides the back on the option, the give. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give them.
And the defense makes it play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
And I tell you what, this defense, they've heard all about how great this quarterback is. They came in today with a mission, with a purpose. They've been flying around, harassing him, and making life so hard on this offense.
He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The decision to go for it does not pan out. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was a long one, Jesse. They'd like this time to pay it off with a touchdown instead of a field goal.
No doubt, Reese. They had a lot of good stuff going that last drive. Need to get a tutty up on the board here.
Touchdown, Seminoles! A great catch and run for 6.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
He'll bring it out. It's Algier. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You can see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
On the run, it's Washington. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run it.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
They've got a good chunk of ground to cover on 3rd and long from the 41. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33. And the Bruins will punt this one away. A high kick. Let's see if he can pin them back deep in their own end. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. All right, guys, here comes the Florida State offense onto the field. Now they'll try to cash in this drive. 1st and 10 from the 50. To the air, it's Berry. A little screen to the running back. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there. The Seminoles now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Second down, they'll go to the air. They're setting up the screen. Breaks into the open. He goes out of bounds after the big play, but there is a penalty marker on the field. Let's see what that one's about. They had the first down before that penalty backed them up, and now they'll snap it on second down. They'll line up for a second down play. Back to pass. Sets up the screen. Still on his feet at the 45. Pushed down for the tackle.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
Now facing a third and long. Shoots it to the left. Got him downfield. Sprinting away. Touchdown, Noles! And they take it in for 6 more points. And this dude is spinning flaming spears everywhere, and he is cutting apart this defense.
They're going to have Nole Nation doing the chop, getting excited, getting jacked up about this guy, because this is the kind of day that starts to bring even more momentum to this spot. Now you got a quarterback that you can really trust.
UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
Off play action. He's got an open man. Good, solid pickup on that one. They got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on first down. Caught over the middle. It's Armour. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Just keeps slinging it. That's caught. It's Washington. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. Behind the chains now on second and long. Wants to go up top. Catch in the middle. It's Keene. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. And the Bruins come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. On third and short, the power run here. He did not make it a stone wall on third down.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice.
Keep it on the ground. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy. Backed up now, here's second and long. To the air, it's Sperry. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got his man on the right. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Seminoles really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. They're working their way toward midfield. He's out of bounds at the 46. Wants to go up top on first down. Here he goes breaking the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Quarterback gets the first down. They'll ride him out of bounds after the good pickup spotted at the 25-yard line. Down to the 26-yard line and a first down. To the ground with the back. Snuffed out behind the line of scrimmage, and we have not seen much of that. What a day he's had so far.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game. The defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Well, we are winding it down, guys. Only a few more plays left in this season, and also wrapping up a really outstanding performance for this offense.
Yeah, and they're sending out the seniors on the right foot. Guys, we've seen a lot of great football. There have been so many tremendous moments and individual efforts, David. This is a year in college football I know I'll never forget.
Won't forget it. Loved working with you guys. Loved being in the booth. Loved covering these football games.
Time running out, and he goes down at the 34. So this field goal unit has been getting the job done. They've already made a couple here today. Looks as if this will be a 51-yard attempt. And it took everything he had, but he barely gets it in there. And they just tack on a little more to this gargantuan lead. Offense uses a timeout. 17 seconds left on the clock. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. First play of the drive comes from the 22. Going right to work up top. With the catch, it's Keene. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy. Great execution. Just beat down in every facet.
I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
And with that, the season comes to a close for these two teams. Another